So now we're going to watch a short video introducing Julian Gray.
Hi, my name is Julian Gray. I'm from Pete's Lakeshore in Oakland, California, and I've been working there for a little more than 2 years now. My favorite coffee is an Ethiopian fancy. I don't know, when you just brew it, it's a lot of people say it's medium bodied, but I find it's more full bodied. It's a juicy coffee, and I love the blueberry undertones that it has. It's very good. I'm just a fan of African coffees in general. When I'm behind the bar at Pete's, I usually like to make sure that every drink I put out is Pete's Gold Standard and lives up to that. I love having conversations and finding out more about the customers that we have. And I really like to see people's personalities come out through my beverages. It's pretty awesome. The nonprofit I chose was the Oakland Public Conservatory of Music. I chose this in part because I am a musician. I've been a musician my whole life, and I feel that a lot of the funding is getting cut out of music programs at schools nowadays, so I like to give money to a place that's trying to relight that. Going to the roasting plant really inspired me. It put a lot of inspiration back into my work at the Pete's store that I work at. It's also made me have a greater appreciation for what happens behind the curtains here. Well, I don't know if it's considered learning, but the most interesting thing that happened to me was really seeing how important this all really is. I mean, Pete's pretty much created gourmet coffee in America, and just seeing that tradition passed down for so many years. And you kind of lose sight in that at the stores. It gets really busy sometimes, all the time probably, but it really just puts that inspiration back into you for Pete's. My advice to other baristas would be just having fun behind the bar, making sure that you put 100% into every drink, and just finding the time to meditate when you're at the bar really helps me out. I like to say to my other competitors, great luck. They're all really nice people, and I can only hope the best for them. I'd like to thank my store, Pete's Lakeshore in Oakland, and the store I started at, Domingo Avenue, specifically Sean Coots, for really taking me under his wing. He's really helped me out in all of this. He was a finalist a couple years ago. And also Yvonne Jurgens, my first manager, and Dustin Jones. They've been really supportive throughout all of this.
So as you heard, Julian Gray works at our Lakeshore store in Oakland. He's a shift leader there, and he's worked for 2 years. I actually have a personal connection with Julian. About a couple of years ago, I was his DM. He was a 3-month picnic, and I ordered my usual traditional cappuccino. Yvonne, the store manager, brought it to me. He was really nervous in the back, really wanted my comment, and I gave her this look. She knew what that look meant, and so she said, next time when you come back, it'll be better. And the second time, again, 3 months, so very impressed that he actually wanted to make the district manager a traditional cappuccino. The next time I came in, I was so in awe and was not surprised that he won Domingo's store barista competition 3 months in, and there's a lot of tenure employees in that store. You heard some facts about Julian Gray, but let me tell you some fun facts about him. Julian was born in Venetia, California. He was actually taught musical theory when he was 3. At 5, he actually learned how to play the piano, and now he can master it. At the age of 14, he sang at Carnegie Hall in a choir, and in 2000, he was summoned by the White House to sing for Bill Clinton. So we have a very talented young man in front of you, and we are very fortunate that he works for Pete's. Julian, this is his 2nd year, but this is his first time being at this level of the competition, and he's going to take it home for us. Go, Julian.
All right, time. Hi, my name is Julian Gray. I'm at the Lakeshore store at Pete's, shift leader there. Today I'm going to be making some espresso for you, some traditional cappuccinos, and a drink of my choice, which is going to be a latte macchiato. The espresso will tie into all of those as I go on. I'm going to take you on a trip to East Africa, where I'm going to use the Azuri African blend as my espresso today. So I actually really like the Azuri as drip through the French press. We just tried it the other day. I got new tastes out of it than I've ever had before. Especially there's this black cherry taste I've tasted recently. So I'm gonna prepare 2 espresso shots now. Now, what you should get from the espresso shots, the texture is really honey-like. It's very full-bodied shot of espresso. It pulls a little more of the hazelnut color, but you should really taste a rose petal at first. There you go, Doug. Followed by a nice berry finish, maybe a black cherry. So Azuri consists of 3 coffees right now. Our Tanzania Kilimanjaro, which I think gives it that really nice berry flavor. Also a Kenyan, which is from the Nairi region, as well as a Rwandan Lake Kivu. Now these shots pull great. I believe that the Azuri, no matter how you pull it, it's gonna taste so good. It really get that complex bittersweet taste to it. That rose petal especially, followed by, I'd say, blueberry and some black cherries. So now I'm gonna do some traditional cappuccinos for you guys. Actually grab one more transfer picture. Cappuccino, I really I get the nice rose petal right off the top. go, Gene. I'm done with this one. Nice and creamy. I even need that berry on the bottom. Flavor profile should be very full-bodied, aromatic. Go, Patrick. But you should really get that rose petal on top of there. I'm done with this too. So for my signature beverage, I'm going to be preparing 2 latte macchiatos for you guys. And should be really good. What I'm going to do is pour the shots on top of a little bit of honey. So the berry should mix with it. The berry coming out of the azuri should mix with it quite nicely. And the kind of the idea I'm coming up with for this drink is kind of like a French. I'm going to top it off with cinnamon, and it's going to be like French toast. Imagine French toast with maple syrup, with berries on top, maybe garnished with some rose petals. And you can eat the rose petals, I guess, if you want. I probably wouldn't do it, but kind of. I made this mix myself, by the way. I'm a DJ. toast latte macchiato. There you go, Gene. I'm gonna go ahead and take this time to thank everybody for coming out, especially Dustin, Yvonne, Danielle, Elise, everyone, my dad. It's giving me a ride here. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for my dad, so. Hopefully I'm not gonna run out of time here. Like that part. Patrick and Michi. Thank you. Here's your French toast macchiato. All right, time.
Julian, come on up.
Hi.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm actually more nervous now, I think, than I was going into it. So.
Well, you did a great job.
Thank you.
So, how has this journey been for you?
It's been pretty long. Been practicing a lot, you know, just making drinks, being under scrutiny by Trish every time she comes in. But it's been really great. Everyone's been really supportive, and I've never like had a place of employment that's really come together like this as a family. It's pretty awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
So tell us about your signature beverage.
It's actually, it was a long thought process. It started as a miniature latte macchiato where I'd put it in a traditional cappuccino cup. But a lot of the flavor profile of the espresso wasn't coming through, so I wanted to make it a double shot, and the only way that I could really do that was make it a small. And the way the Azuri mixes with the honey, and also it's got that really good berry flavor I was talking about. it just tastes like French toast with berries on it, and especially with the cinnamon, and it's got that smooth consistency. It's almost like just a treat. Shouldn't drink them every day,
I can't wait to try it personally.
Yeah, it's really good.
So, Cheryl, do we have any online questions?
Hello? Okay. Yes, we do. So, Julian, you mentioned that you, well, actually, people from Facebook wanted to know a little bit more about the music you used during your presentation.
Yeah, that was probably the more exciting part about my presentation, but I started off, I just love all sorts of music. I started off with some Beck, went to an artist named Deadmau5. There's Chemical Brothers, LCD Sound System.
Look at the camera.
LCD Sound System. So yeah, I love music. I make music. So
I think someone wants you to sing some songs for us.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
Happen.
And I think one of the camera guys would like a copy of this on CD at the end of the day.
I was in a choir when I was singing, so I'm just the bass part. So you can't really get the whole idea of the song if I sing it alone.
Right on.
I have another question from Facebook.
Okay.
They want to know, what is your favorite drink to make?
Latte macchiato, actually. There's a lot of cool design work you can do with it. So I like making them, and they're sweeter because they're a short pull, and yeah.
Great, thanks.
All right. Well, I actually have a question too that came through. Michelle in Salem asked, "What separates Pete's from the competitors?"
We care so much about the actual product, the quality of the product. Especially going to the roasting plant, you see with the roast masters themselves that they're just as into it as anyone is. Like, even though their job's so important that they could probably just sit around and be like, yeah, we know how to roast perfectly, they still take like a lot of the batches. They test, they do cuppings all the time. So there's a lot of passion within this company, and there's not a lot of passion in other companies.
Right on. Let's give it up for Julian.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julian. Thank you. Great job. Oh, I'm sorry. We do have another question. Come on back.
So, sorry. Our folks in the chat room watching us live on Ustream, somebody wants to know, in a normal busy day, how efficient can you make special drinks while maintaining the quality?
Well, Lakeshore, I think, is a different story. We're probably one of the busiest Pete's. Just learning how to really time manage and you want to make sure that you put out a great drink every time. And if you have to take a drink back, you should, and really put as much time as you can into each drink, and without it, of course, being really good still. I don't know.
Great
Thank
job,
you.
Julian. Thanks, man. All right. Thank you.